Last time on What If Goku Was in the Pokemon World, Goku, Red, Blue, Green, Brock and Blaine were fighting a stronger Mewtwo. Together with their Pokemon they managed to barely defend themselves from Mewtwo. Blaine, he sacrificed himself for Goku, and Mewtwo, he got second thoughts after that. Giovanni was disappointed but would not disband Team Rocket this time. He would reform Team Rocket and also choose a much darker path than in OTL. Sabrina came to teleport our heroes away, but why did she do that? Find out in this part. Sabrina teleported all our heroes away from Mewtwo, much to the surprise of everyone. Goku, I may not like you, and certainly not any one of your friends. I despise Giovanni, even more than all of you together. He wants to become too powerful and his Mewtwo may become a problem. His Mewtwo has high psychic powers and is not even fully developed yet. The psychic powers of Mewtwo are unmatched, and that's why I need you, Goku, said Sabrina. During our fight you showed me that you had a talent. You learned my techniques just by watching me do stuff. And moreover, you learned the techniques from my Pokemon as well. Remember that this Mewtwo is really new, and just as a newborn one. And if his powers are already this strong, I don't want to imagine how much stronger he can become. Goku, you're a gifted person, and I want to propose you a temporary truce. We need to fight Mewtwo and Giovanni. Sabrina, she suggested that Goku should train with her, and that she would try to teach him all her psychic abilities and techniques. Goku was at first reluctant, but then he remembered what the dojo master told him to improve his techniques. Goku gave Sabrina a condition that Brock should join them, and that also Red, Blue and Green should be able to fight alongside with them. Green would actually do that from time to time. Even Blue would drop by a few times, while Red, well, as we know, Red, he would just go his own way and be the silent type. Sabrina taught Goku all her techniques, and even tried to teach Brock some of her techniques. Brock wouldn't really catch it, but eventually he would come around. Goku would now be able to use the same power as Sabrina, and could even combine it with his other techniques that he already learned, and also with the movesets of his own Pokemon. Raichu, Pidgeot, Primeape, Gyarados, Nidoking and Snorlax would make an awesome team with Goku. Snorlax, he would just be a fortress and be used to wear down any enemy. Nidoking would become a tank. Gyarados would be a strong all-rounder. Primeape, Goku's main Pokemon as for now, while Raichu and Pidgeot would be Goku's fastest Pokemon. During their training in Kanto, Sabrina would mention how Johto had a strong psychic, flying type Pokemon that lived deep in the sea, a Lugia. Goku found this interesting and wanted to know just how strong a Lugia is. For that, we would have to go to Johto, Goku, don't be ridiculous. Then why don't we just go there? Suggested Goku. Remember, Goku, he is still a kid, and it would just fit his personality to just suggest something like this. Sabrina and Brock, they were noticeably confused, and the trio, they never really thought of doing something more than training. But here we are, after weeks of training, even months, Brock, Sabrina and Goku would be ready to go to Johto. Don't forget, Goku, this is only temporarily. We won't become friends. I won't become nice as you say. And we are still enemies, and after assessing the strength of Lugia, we will have to come immediately back to Kanto and find Giovanni and Mewtwo. Oh, sure thing, Sabrina. We will do that. While the three wanted to part from Saffron City to Goldenrod City, they found out that the train connecting both cities were defect. Too bad. Instead of waiting for it to be fixed, they would just go from Paletone to New Barktown. Fast forward, Goku would not mainly want to participate in the JoJo League, but he would certainly compete with Johto's gym leaders at first, in order to see how much he improved his techniques. Goku, Brock and Sabrina would also meditate and train for a month with the monks of the Bellsprout Tower. After Violet City, Goku could have a power level of around 150, whereas Brock and Sabrina would almost touch 100, maybe a 90. Brock was much more the physical type, while Sabrina had more ki control, but both would have a minimal knowledge of each element. Also with the meditation, they would have a huge calmness within them, and they would also be able to think more clearly than even Goku during a fight. Brock and Sabrina would also have already more experience than Goku, and that's also a reason why they would have a very clear head when they would fight enemies together with their Pokemon. They were able to make even better strategies than Goku as for now, because Goku, well, he was still a kid and he would not really have this calmness within himself. Also, we would get few comedic situations where Goku, still a very joyful and naive kid, would tell Sabrina that she isn't so mean. Sabrina, of course, would get on the defensive part and scream to Goku, but also Brock would say that they actually became a good team, complementing each other in one way or another. Sabrina dismissed it, she would turn around, cross her arms and just say whatever, but even though she doesn't want to admit it, she grew a bit attached to Brock and Goku. Pidgeot would be given to Faulkner because Faulkner could teach and train Pidgeot one thing or another. And Goku would consider this as an advantage, because Goku is someone who is, even if he's a kid, he's still a very open-minded kid, and he would know not to become too much arrogant, due to the fact that he was training with his former master in the Saffron City Dojo, and also because it is just a trait of Goku that he likes to teach or to learn something from another person who is much better than him. And if he was in the Pokemon world, I could see him do something similar as Ash in the Pokemon anime, where he would just give one of his Pokemons to a person much more experienced in a certain domain. But, and I will immediately say this in this part here, he would certainly not forget about his Pokemon, unlike Ash. Poor Pokemons of Ash. Anyways, one Pokemon that could take the spot of Pidgeot would be a Cyndaquil, and much later a Heracross could join Goku. Snorlax would be right now in maybe a PC box, or most likely at Professor Oak's lab, just sleeping and eating. Heracross would show that he would be a very good teammate and overall an all-rounder, putting Primeape a little bit in the shadows, but so far there would be no Team Rocket, and after getting the 5th gym badge of Johto, Goku would ask to be trained by Chuck, and Chuck would gladly accept it. Chuck had a very different style than the dojo master from Saffron City, and he could teach Goku a lot of techniques that he never thought to be possible. Sabrina, well, she of course got a bit annoyed and told Goku that they should train really fast so they can finally go for Lugia, because they are very close. Goku agreed, and after a long time, 1 or 2 months of constant training with Chuck, Goku would also give his Primeape to him. Primeape, even though I said that Primeape would be one of Goku's main Pokemon, or even something like an iconic Pokemon of him, he would right now be replaced by Heracross, but Primeape he would get a more specific training, only focused in fighting type moves, strategies, and for fighting type Pokemon. This of course would be a very good thing for Goku, and he could then focus on Heracross. Goku, Brock and Sabrina would be ready to go and find Lugia. What happened to Red, Blue and Green? And what is happening to Giovanni? Where is Mewtwo? Stay tuned for the next part of What If Goku Was in the Pokemon World. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed my video. Be sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment, support me also on Patreon, and join my forum, forum.planetalthistory.ga. Until next time on Planet Alt History.